Hello, hello? Can anyone hear me? Hey, Nagoda, how's it going? And, hey. Freaking, just... Yeah, no, I guess...
Is this recording or live streaming?
Yeah, we're live streaming now, yeah.
Oh. Well, congratulations, I am in class right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we have a commenter already. Hey, JW, how's it going? Hopefully, am I sounding better compared, not physically, I'm actually sick right now. But friggin', as far as, audio quality goes, because I remember that was something you had a problem with the last one. I'm like, yeah, no, that was actually pretty bad. Hey, Ganyu, welcome. So, how's it sounding, man? We sounding good from, the other side there? Oh my gosh, it's Gray Shot. He's actually here on time. What is this? Yeah, no, Gray Shot. James Webster's in the, Earth Baragon. He's in the thing. Yeah. Okay, the others sound very soft. So that means... Okay, I think I have a solution to that. Hang on, let me, because, let's see, there is... Because I think this one... Hang on a second. There was a way I went about this. How did I... It's been a little bit since I had to do... Oh, yeah, that's right. Filters. Game limiter. So that means if this works right... Filters. Yeah, no, hang on. I think I might... Game... Alright. Limiter. Link. Alright, hang on. Let me look at my thing for reference again. Okay. -2 decibels, 60. Okay. Alright. Can you guys speak real quick?
Hello, testing.
Greetings.
Is this sounding better?
Yeah, I know. Are we sounding better to you, man? Yeah, I know, because I think I might have, because I think I solved the issue on my side, but, I hadn't quite, because it's I think because you guys, for me, are being recorded off the desktop audio, whereas for my voice, it's coming off from the mic, and they're, two different things for that. Alright, yay! He can hear us now!
All of us?
Yeah, yeah, because I had to, up the gain and put a limiter on the, Awesome! I don't have to have the headset on to hear the others. Awesome! Sweet! No, that's... Okay, awesome. And it's not, crazy loud, right? Or, we're all coming in clear. Okay, awesome! Nagoda, are you okay?
Still got some coughs.
Okay. Yeah, apparently we all do. We have the internet COVID.
Wait, did noise suppression last stop my coughing?
No. Not all of them. We literally just caught that last one as you unmuted yourself. Oh, lordy. Alright, that's awesome. Yes.
I was just checking the live stream. Live stream sounds fine.
Yeah. Awesome! Woo! But alright. We have everyone here. Clear as can be. I imagine you have an... Yes, I do. So let me, turn at least one of those things off. Yeah, no, hang on. Let me turn off at least one of them. There. There we go. Yeah, that's about the only real... That door. No, that's not a door. That's my chair. Yeah, that is a chair, my dude. Anyway. But yeah, no, I guess just as a quick, before we formally start, I am sick. That's why I sound a little off. And I got a COVID test yesterday. Still haven't gotten the results back yet, but, you know, hopefully I'll get those results.
Come in either today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow, yeah, because I took it yesterday, so.
Wait, how many of you have gotten a COVID test in the last day? Nagoda, did you get one too?
Yeah, I got one like earlier in the week.
Wow, I got mine yesterday too. Wow, it's.
Oh, we really are all sick, huh?
Well, I'm not sick. I feel fine. I got exposed by someone going to a lunch. So I'm working from home /
I was actually sick, so.
Oh my gosh. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just had like a really bad fever and like a persistent cough that still bugs me.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, I think I had something similar, and I just kind of like nuked it with some things of Theraflu and yeah, and all that.
But yeah, that's the bright side about Omicron is apparently it's very contagious, but not, especially to anyone that's been vaccinated or on the younger side, it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's good. Anyway, but yeah, no.
But I mean,
okay.
Now that I think about it, KaijuX, you do act like someone in their 60s, so it might actually affect you, very, disastrously.
Yes, yeah, no. My brain is like a 60s person, so it's like, yeah, no, Corona's gonna hit me a lot harder than you young folk.
Exactly. Now we'll hurry up and get off your lawn.
Okay, gotcha. And by that's a metaphor for something. I mean, hello everyone, and welcome to this month's KaijuX. Happy New Year and welcome aboard. I am your host KaijuX, and with me today I have Ganyu, Grayshot151, Nagoda, Joe as Pim, and Ultimate Ditto. Hooray! And hello to everyone joining us in chat right now. You are all super welcome, and thank you for being here. But today, we will be going over the most recent matches.
Yes.
And, we'll begin there. I actually forgot, how many KVCEs have come out since the last time we did this?
Pretty sure just one.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Expanded.
Aren't we forgetting something, KaijuX?
Are we?
Yeah. Whose day is it today?
Oh, yeah, it's a special day. Did we go over
Happy birthday, KaijuX.
Yay!
Happy birthday, dumbass.
Happy birthday, KaijuX.
That makes sense in context, because I'm always a clown.
Well, yeah, I just mean that in general and also because of a specific thing.
That
Staff
happened.
only.
Oh my
that will be
gosh.
revealed in due time.
Yes. Oh, that's gonna be a. Oh gosh. Yeah, I know that story will make sense later.
I'll say this: KaijuX almost lost us a very cool rep because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Is that the real Pim?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Ditto. That is the real Pim from the hit show Smiling Friends.
It'll make you smile.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I gave my thoughts on Ultraman Boy. That's right. Dang it. Dang it! I meant to get around to 79. Shoot.
Read it now, like I'm about to start reading the new match.
Sure. Brr. Oh man.
It's not that long. You can read it.
Yeah, luckily the new one's pretty short, but really good.
Yeah.
Banner looks good. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
looks good.
Banner's awesome.
Yeah, no. Oh gosh. But anyway, yeah, no. Let us begin this properly with the last match we left off on, match 357, the finale to the Ultra month of 2021. Ultraman versus Godzilla Showa. Written by Joshua Strittmatter and both banners by Connor Clinell. Oh lordy. Wow. Is it weird that we had 2 Godzilla versus Ultramans last year? And they're both like stellar matches? What the heck?
It's about damn time.
Yeah, I know. It's like the hype's real. The hype is super real.
Now we just need Ultraman versus. Oh. Yeah, they were very distinct too. Now we just need Ultraman versus Monsterverse and Ultraman versus Ultima.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, friggin', oh boy. Yeah, no, I know I read this one, I know I read the next one, and I know I read I read all the KWCs today. One of them for obvious reasons. Oh, lordy. So, unfortunately.
It's almost like you wrote it.
Almost. Maybe. But yeah, no, jokes aside, we'll go. Ganyu, type out your thoughts, but in the meantime, we'll go from the top. It's a gray shot. What'd you think of it? What'd you think of 357?
I'll start with the banner. I really like the banner for this one. I'm a little confused as to why we specifically chose that Godzilla for the banner, since it doesn't. Well, yes, on one front, it kind of makes sense to have a more feral-looking Godzilla. On the other hand, this Godzilla is doing a drop kick, and I can only picture the 70s Godzilla doing that. I can't imagine this Godzilla doing it. So I thought the choice of Godzilla was a little weird. Excluding that, though, the banner, top notch. I'm glad we were able to choose the GIF banner that Connor made. Or at least the images that he made that you put together, KaijuX.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
yeah. But as for the actual match itself, I thought it was good. It's a match that takes its time building it up. You have the full science patrol, which is something that's, I think this is the first time that's actually happened.
I think this is actually the first time that's happened. Yeah, actual full science patrol being main characters in a KWC. Yeah, no, I think this is the first time that's happened, and what a refreshing set of characters to use.
Yeah, they have their own personality. They're not there too much, but if you know the characters, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yes.
Primarily with the fact that the mystery actually doesn't go how I thought it was going to be, and I was kind of pleased by that. Because I assumed, we go to obviously evil character. Is it going to be evil? No, actually. I was like, interesting. Because person has something to hide, and turns out he has something to hide, but it's not the thing that you think he's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
That the little references, the stellar action. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic match by Josh, and I will say I did not see the ending coming, but it made perfect sense in regards to the story. So, well done and bravo there. Specifically with Godzilla sparing Ultraman by the fact that he was released from his grip and he's like, sanity returns. He's like, okay, yeah, I had a good fight. I leave. I don't want to viciously, cave your head in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess every part of him since he was human at that point. But you guys go in.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's like, yeah, no, it's a brutal beatdown that ends a certain way that's like, no, and then it's just like, oh yeah, no, he's good. Like, thank you for cricking my neck. I beat the crap out of you, so I'm good. Oh, lordy.
Yeah, but GDR, what were your thoughts?
Really enjoyed this match. That was very good. Enjoyed the story and character stuff. Really good. Enjoyed the characterization of Godzilla, like how he was just depicted as, well, a big animal, not like outright heroic, but not evil either. Just he's an animal. He just wants to sort of be left alone and find a place to chill.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I also like the twist of like the guy that you think is going to be evil isn't evil.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done. Action was also very solid. Felt like right out of a Showa Godzilla movie or an Ultraman show. Only thing I didn't care for was the very ending with like the tease of Winter, Cameron Winters, that was just sort of like, why?
Yeah.
Like if it gets followed up on, obviously I'm not going to be as like down on that part, but just like it just feels unnecessary.
At this point, I think we have like 10 matches where Winter or X is at the end, cackling maniacally,
right.
Nothing ever comes of it.
Yeah, no, that's someone on, like, I'm not gonna blame, like, how should I put this? It's not this match's fault on it. Like, if someone read this for the first, like, this is their first exposure to KWC, I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, this is exciting. But for us, who has been around it for a long time, it's just like, this is an old hat. But friggin', it's like if it gets followed up on, that's great. But I think KWC just has too many loose ends that I low key want to hope and or feel like they should have some kind of wrap up. Even if some of them are kind of on the impossible end of the spectrum due to retirement. Anyway.
We need a match that's just the Regulator versus Cameron Winters now.
Yeah,
versus Doctor Who, because those are the three that always show up.
Yeah, the KWC. Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny. Just those three.
Oh, and the Godzilla series characters have to stop them.
Yeah.
It's the most. It's like highlighting all the worst parts. That is just like the overdoing it. Oh, Lordy, that's funny. I guess it's me. Did you have anything else to elaborate on GVR?
No. The banners look good.
Okay. Alright. First, I will say, read off the comments. The JW wrote, he said, Raids again doesn't get enough love, honestly. And yeah, no, I'm sure you're probably super happy to know that it's like this Godzilla, like, it's 55, but it, like, what I really, and this kind of ties into, like, what I enjoy about the Godzilla, like, the Ultraman side stuff is fantastic, and especially after now, like, getting back into Ultraman and having seen, like, most of the original series, friggin', yeah, no, the way, this is, as Greyshot said, sort of like a perfect blend between sort of like a 60s, 70s Godzilla movie and, like, an extended episode of Ultraman. It's, yeah, no, it's all, like, really, it's all built up incredibly well. The action is super on point. Freaking, and I love the fact that it uses 55 Godzilla. It's such a weird, this is what I want. When Showa Godzilla got into the KWC, this is one of those things I have been hoping for to utilize with Showa Godzilla. And that's sort of like taking advantage of the hindsight and saying, hey, it's Showa Godzilla, what if he did this with this? Like, what if it was 55 but doing the drop kick? I think that could all mix up for some, like, because it's like, it's all the same character. And it's like, yeah, that's exciting. That's legit. That's what I want. I think that is one of Showa's biggest appeals to me as a writer, and I think Joshua Stripmatter, like, very well realizes this in the match, is like, it's being able to sort of, like, do a weird mishmash of all of, like, Godzilla's traits, but in such a way that makes it, because he still has the feralness of 55 sewn in here, when he's under the influence. He's not drinking, mind you, but, you know what I mean. But it's like, it's like, it doesn't, like, it doesn't, like, strictly beholden itself to, like, oh, it's just G55, he's meant to be portrayed as G55. Using the other, like, Showa Godzilla quirks gives it a good twist of unpredictability. And, yeah, no, that last strike was such a mind-blowing bit. And it was like, wow, that was good. That was free. It was so satisfying. It was so satisfying. So it's like, so I love being able to take advantage of those hindsights and just doing weird stuff with it. And this is what I hope to see more of with Showa Godzilla moving forward. So I mean, I understand you don't want to take it too extreme, but it's also like, this is what I'm looking for, and Strip Matter did it well. I'm sorry if I repeated myself there.
No. It's understandable. My notice for like 55 specifically is that usually when it comes to Godzilla, I understand that each has their own different personalities, but it also comes with character growth. I think when it comes to the monster.
Yeah.
So when you have someone when you have monsters that use abilities that are earlier than when they were given it kind of feels cheated. A very common an example I would have, it would be like Goku using the Spirit Bomb when he's a kid, or Super Saiyan as a kid. Like, it doesn't.
We don't talk about GT.
Ignore GT.
Yeah, but even that, when he's actually originally young,
Right.
it doesn't feel as earned because he hasn't experienced done the training to get to there. And I feel like running around with Zone Fighter, fighting with Jaguar, like that, when he's finally loosened up and become more heroic is when he finally can do the outlandish, crazy stuff. Whereas earlier he is much more reserved. He's a creature of habit and instinct. But again, interpretations aside,
right.
I understand everyone has their own.
Right. Well, I think even this match, hang on. This match, I think, also makes it clear all this is set after Showa. So I think it's just regeneration factor turned him back into physically 55. I do believe, or something like that. I remember the match alluding to the fact that this is a post Showa Godzilla. He just looks different. So, because I mean, Showa Godzilla's appearance changes all the time, so it's like, I'm not going to question it. But yeah, go ahead, GVR. Go ahead.
I mean, I was pretty much just going to say, that was pretty much what I was going to say. Just because it is the 55 appearance doesn't necessarily mean it is Godzilla from Raids Again. Right.
And yeah, no, I do get where you're coming from, Tyler, but I do feel like, again, there are... Yeah, no, again, and I think that's why this works, is because it's like, it doesn't eliminate, it doesn't say this is G55 from Raids Again coming back. It's Showa Godzilla coming back looking like G55. So it's like, it sets, when you look at the banner, it throws your expectations, completely, you're thrown in for a loop because you expect one thing. Even if you just look at the banner and then you read the match, you expect one thing and get something completely different afterward, and I like that. So. But, yeah, no, that aside, my little ramblings aside, let me read Ganyu's comment, who says, very, very nice match. Great human stuff, great characterization for both Ultraman and Godzilla, so yeah, very good stuff in there. Very good action, too. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, beyond that, it's like, there's too much that I like about this match, and I'll probably be coming back to it, rereading it for the kick of it, because hot dang, this one's super good. What a perfect way to end 2021. I still can't believe we got 2 Godzilla versus Ultramans. Alright, Ultraman has to fight the other 2 Godzillas now. I know GVR already said that, but I'm reiterating it. I'm saying it louder.
Wow.
But yeah, no, that aside, I'll be passing it off to Nagoda, and just see what you think.
Hello, is my voice better? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I like the banners, 2 different poses of the same, I guess, the same angle, but 2 different portions of the fight. I like how there's the G55 doing the drop kicks, because he does it in the next movie, so he would be able to do it at that look and age against, humanoid opponents. I think the only reason he didn't do it against Anguirus is because, Anguirus is a quadrupedal opponent, kind of can't kick something in the face that is smaller than where you can kick.
And it's spiny, so there's a shell.
Yeah, and spiny, that too.
And Gears would just bit his balls if he tried it.
I mean, he did go for the deck, so that wouldn't be too far off. The match itself felt really good. Like you can actually imagine it replacing the Jirass episode, which is being part of like a Showa Godzilla movie, like you guys all said.
Mhm.
And I like the whole, oh, the scientist is here and he has to be evil, but he's actually not evil. He just wants to care for lizards. His lizards are important, man.
Mm.
Other than that, I have not much else to say. It's really good.
Let me read off a couple comments real quick. JW says, I'm surprised that more, like I think in regards to our whole humans versus humans thing, I'm surprised that more writers don't use the Dr. Malik character in order to have a human villain attached to their monster battles. I mean, he can create stuff and is brilliant, and yeah, no, I agree. He's also like a very, like, kind of a charismatic character. It's like, yeah, no, that man is slept on, and I know I had a couple matches with him, but it's like, did not utilize, this was before I got good, so...
Well, it's just because I think it's just because Latitude Zero isn't very popular.
Unfortunately not, which is a darn shame, because I think...
Because, yeah, no, Malik is just better than Doctor Who in every way.
Yeah, exactly. He is the far better Doctor Who. Let's use him. Nathaniel Metzger says, feels kind of weird imagining G55 doing a sliding drop kick and kangaroo kick, and it's like, I think that was something Tyler had mentioned, though in different context, but it's like, yeah. And then Godzilla fan 8889 says hello from the chat. Hello. So all right.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
But yeah.
Hey there, how's it going? Come here often?
Dig bless. But yeah. Nagoda, do you have anything to elaborate on, or?
I like how the beacon thing that makes Godzilla just enraged out of nowhere, and where that leads up to in the end. Won't spoil the ending for people, but like that lead up is nice, but then like the actual ending portion hopefully goes somewhere, unlike all the other times that situation has happened.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say other than the banners look good.
But yeah, Joe, did you like read this match by chance, or?
No.
Oh, wait.
What happened?
KaijuX asked if I read the match, and Ditto just went, no.
Yeah.
You
I don't
didn't
even
have
think
to
he
call
read
me
the
out
newest
at all.
one.
I'm shooting up the server. The banners look awesome.
But yeah, alright, yeah, Joe said the banners are awesome, and unfortunately didn't read the matches, or the match, right? Match, I'll say match, rip. So Ditto, what did you think of the match and banners?
Well, sorry. Well, I think this is the first match that takes place in Scotland, perhaps.
I maybe?
So, but what else?
It might be, actually.
Yeah. so that's pretty neat. I really like how there's a lot of like references to Nessie because of like Loch Ness and all that. And then I really like the beginning with Hayate eating his breakfast. It's cool to see the science patrol utilized in a match, like you said, for the first time, like the whole team, not just Hayate alone. I wasn't bothered by like showing her 55 Godzilla doing the drop kick or whatever and all that. I could picture it in my mind. I think the fight was really good. A lot of action, kind of like one trying to overpower the other, even though we know who wins at the end, sort of. Again, I think the human cast was pretty good. I like the scientist guy. I think he was written well, and I like the reference to Jiras, even though we can't use that monster. It's nice to see a reference. Let's see. I don't know. I guess you guys are saying like this takes place after the Showa continuity.
I'm pretty sure. I thought that was mentioned.
I don't know if it did. I might have missed it. I just assumed this is like Godzilla exists in this universe, like separately. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, I could be just misremembering it, but yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but overall, I think it was really cool. Did it say when this takes place? Like what year specifically?
I don't think there's a specific year attached to it. It's just Scotland. Here we go.
I think it's occurred in the 70s, if not at the very least.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right. I mean, it could be.
Okay, so hear me out. GBR already brought it up with Cameron Winters, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just kind of because we got that same thing in Baragon versus C-Rex, and it was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's Cameron Winters again. But then it dawned, like, if this takes place in the 70s, wouldn't Cameron Winter not be born yet?
Alright, logistically, yeah.
It just, I mean, of course, I know you could just say, oh, this Cameron Winter exists in the 70s.
Right. I mean, characters could be...
You technically shouldn't be here.
Right. I mean, characters could
it's
just
like that
be...
weird comic book thing where it's like, Batman's parents died 20 years ago, 50 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Batman's parents died in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
But they died 20 years ago in 2020.
Yeah, either that or this match takes place in the 90s and the Science Patrol team are all old.
Oh, lordy.
But,
Uncle Ben was gunned down when Peter was only 15, and now he is 20 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, the match was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I think it was a good way to end 2021. Yeah, like I said, great character interactions, just characterization, and the monster action was pretty good.
Oh.
So, yeah, and like you said, it's nice to see Ultraman take on Heisei and Showa in the same year.
Yeah, it's crazy they did. Alright, let's try and get Legendary and Ultima in the same year.
It's strip man.
Like it's his job specifically.
Didn't he write the Heisei? No, that was Birdman, right?
Birdman did Heisei, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Birdman.
Yeah, no, just real. Commander Phoenix says,
wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Ditto. Go ahead.
This match has like everyone knowing that Shin is Ultraman.
Oh
yeah, he does it right in front of. I forgot their names, but
yeah, no, he does it in front of
him. One and the weapons guy.
Yeah. Ide and Arashi.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, the Science Patrol member, Sciencey one.
Yeah, I thought that was neat. Donatello and Michelangelo.
But yeah, Commander Phoenix said something really funny. Cameron Winters simply paid the space-time continuum to let him exist wherever he wants.
But yeah, that's I think pretty much it for me.
All right.
Like I said, enjoyable match. Real good.
Yeah, I wanted to read a couple comments regarding the, just in the comments of, GFan8889 says, my thoughts on this match, it was pretty fun, really liked the action and how the plot was set up, and man, that win was awesome. Agreed. And then Commander Phoenix, this match was definitely worth the wait. Heck yeah, that's great. But yeah, let's see, since Bacon has joined the chat, Bacon, what'd you think of 357?
I didn't read it.
No! What'd you think of the banners?
The banner is fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the banner. Yeah, it looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
Birdman made it, right?
Yeah, Birdman made both of them, yeah.
Oh, it's a GIF. Yeah, it looks really good.
So, I feel like, looking at it now, the Ultraman face on the second banner looks a little, pixelated.
Jack.
That's not Ultraman Jack, is it? I don't think it is. But yeah, when it shows the second image when Godzilla and Ultraman are clashing in the water, and there's the head image. I feel like Ultraman's just a little pixelated, the big head. So that's just
big
a little.
Ultraman.
Yeah, the big head Ultraman is just a little distracting, just due to how pixelated it is. But other than that, it's everything else is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, alright, so with that said, did we have anything else to say concerning 357 before we move on to the next one? Or... I will take the silence as no, we don't have any more to say.
Yeah, no further comments, but a solid end to the year. I think we all can agree.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Good way to end that Ultraman one.
Right.
Ultra 7.
Rip. JW says, I don't think there ever has been a committee video where everyone on the panel had all read at least one of the matches completely. Rip.
Bruh.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
We still got our jobs.
Yeah. Rip. But yeah, no, I think we could probably move, before we move on, I do want to ask, what do you think is sort of the best, what do we think is the best, match for the Ultra Month? Out of the 4 that were posted?
I think this one.
This one and the Red King one are really good.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to pick the best,
Easily Zone Fighter versus Gamora. No.
totally.
No. In all seriousness though, I would have to say that the best match, probably on was probably the Red King match, but the Ultraman match was a, classic. It was very good, if not classic. It was top notch. But I think the Red King one is just a lot more memorable, and it I'd say it works on there's a lot more character dynamics going on in that one. Whereas the Ultraman versus Showa, it has one awesome moment with Showa at the end, but I think on a narrative level, it just hits so much harder.
Yeah, they're neck and neck, because they're both really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the Ultraman one has I guess the characters doing something instead of just kind of standing around looking at a screen. They're out investigating.
Yeah.
And doing stuff. Hayata eats eggs and bacon. Yeah, I mean, I think they both have their strengths, depending on what you want. If you want a lot of action, it's the Red King one. But if you want a smaller but still good story, the Ultraman is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they're both neck and neck for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually feel somewhat similar too. That's I think there's just a small part of me that prefers the Red King one just by a hair. But it's I think there's just a different value of what you're looking for between the Red King one and this Ultraman one. that it's like Ultraman, the Ultraman one is a lot more of a story. Like, there's much more of a story-driven component to this one, versus the Red King one, which is like, a lot more that... I think the Red King one has the benefit of being much more what KWC is, which is like, it takes advantage of the fighting while also balancing out, not necessarily with the human component, but with the monster side, like giving the monsters a lot of character. So I think there is that in its benefit. But like I said, this Ultraman one is also just really good.
I mean, I will say, it is, if you're asking what is the best Ultraman match of the year, that, it wasn't even in Ultra Month, that is Connor Cornell's Hesai versus Ultraman. Don't at me.
Quick, everyone, add him!
Well, the Red King match also has an epic banner drawn by EJ Soup.
Heck yeah!
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's always just killer. Absolutely killer. It's like, I want to, like... I wish it wasn't so obvious, though. It's like, I wish all of them had been great, but unfortunately, it's just like... Bambular versus Shin Godzilla, it's like, that one's sort of a dip. And then, Zovider versus Gamora, unfortunately, was very lackluster. Which is a bit of a bummer. So it's like, I wish it didn't just boil down to those two, but... someone out there is going to say my favorite part was the downer Shin Godzilla ending. And this is just more of hilarious hindsight, is the fact that in Ultra Month, the celebration of Ultraman, they all lose. But I at least they're mostly
Kong got beaten with a stick in his month.
Yeah, beaten like a stick and got 2 draws. Oh, lordy.
GDR, it seems that we won Ultraman Month. Congratulations, this is the dub.
Let's go.
Next match.
Yeah, I know, but... Yeah, no. Rest assured, for Shin Godzilla, like... There's still a number of things. He's got a ways to go, because we do have like a good number of matches like to him. But we have something set up for that, so you'll have to see that when we get there.
Well, let's dive into the
pretty good.
Yeah, but let's dive into the first match of 2022, which is, I would say, a heavy hitter when it comes to the I'd say popular monsters for the KWC, and that is Muto Prime versus Iris. Or Iris versus Muto Prime, I'm going off memory here.
Iris versus Muto Prime, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Here we go! I feel like I'm not allowed to talk about this one first because, who's the author? Andrew Sudomersky.
I mean, you are, but you're also not first. Bacon is. So, Bacon,
yes.
Why don't you tell us about this horrible, no good, very bad start to 2022?
Well, first of all, the writer is very stinky, and it's not intelligent. So, there is that. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
The match is pretty cool. I like the banner. I like that they use like original names, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fun short match that is very enjoyable. I don't really know what else to say. It's a good start for the year.
Yeah.
You sounded defeated when you said that. Yeah, are you okay?
I mean, obviously, aside from sounding sick, I was like, yeah. So, you'll have to forgive me on that.
KaijuX confirmed to be dying of ligma.
I just imagine KaijuX like vibrating.
Oh,
supersonic.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
In the banner, is that a custom Iris figure with a custom Muto Prime figure?
Yeah, the Muto Prime figure was the one I got, though I think the image might have been like from that one guy, but I do like Yeah, I remember telling, because I wanted to make this banner, but I was like, I couldn't quite nail it. I was like, ooh, I don't know how to do this. And I passed it to Soul Godzilla, and then he was like, sure, I'll do it. And then, when he sent me back this, I was like, yes! That was good. That was good. I was happy with that. Yeah, the Irish figure, I'm not sure where he got that one from, but I know where he got, I know the Muto Prime one. I'm familiar with that one for obvious reasons, but...
Either way, it is cool. That's really all I have to say. So I think it's GMK next.
Well, I mean, GMK, you could just type out your thoughts. You know the role. But what he really said was Sustru Susumirsky, author of Susrus versus Susso Prime. But yeah, no. Ganyu, you can type out your thoughts. Well, Gray Shot, what'd you think of 358?
A memorable match. The setting of this, again, this town, bringing forth two monsters, quote unquote, that could end the world. The Muto Prime with its offspring and Iris with its, I thought was quite. I wouldn't have guessed the two were alike, but reading their similarities, I drew a new perspective, which was quite nice for this match. Another thing I liked was the action. It was short, but bloody, and the fact that this was all done not with the actual monsters' names, but their legendary quote unquote titles. I thought kind of it reminded me of just recently with Zilla being referred to as Godzilla. Even though yes, we know them as X, most of the world knows them as Y.
Yeah.
So I found that perspective refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Do not ask me to pronounce those names because I can't. But reading them, I was like, oh yes, the R was ever present. I was like, okay. But
Ryu Seicho.
Yeah, the Ryu Seiko.
Seicho.
The Reuben. No, I enjoyed the ending. Again, this was a relatively shorter match, but one that was short, sweet, to the point, had a few extra twists, and a good clincher of an ending. So, great start for the year, if I do say so. And definitely better than, I'd say probably one of the strongest starts we've had to the new year. Probably since 2019, I want to say?
Well, I mean, or even 2020 with Anguirus versus Anguirus, maybe.
Well, Anguirus wasn't last year, was it?
That was 2020.
Was it? Oh, I thought that was 2019. Okay, never mind.
Bro, time has no meaning anymore.
Yeah, Gray Shot, don't you remember? Anguirus stole all the good of 2020.
Wait, no. Last year was Cyber Godzilla versus Mechanicon for 2021.
2021, yeah.
2020 is Anguirus versus. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's 2022.
Yeah. I know.
2020 was 2 years ago.
Right? I was like, it's 2020. Wait, what? No, last year
Yeah,
was
I
Cyber
know.
Godzilla versus, which is good, but it wasn't like the year before that was Anguirus, and I was like, oh wait, God, time flies.
Yeah, I know. No kidding. You're telling me.
Man, I just realized, how old are you today?
28. 28. Yes, 28.
Hey, you're almost 30.
Bruh.
Hi, I'm 28. I'm in this club too. Welcome. Happy birthday to you. You're growing older. When you are 30, your back will no longer be usable. I never need to work at all.
Bacon, we were supposed to sing at the end.
Gonna screw up Bacon.
We'll just do it again. Wait, we're still on Iris, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see. Yeah, no, Great Shot. Did you have any other points to elaborate on concerning 358 or?
Nope, I was good. So GVR, what were your thoughts?
Iris versus Muto Prime. I really enjoyed this one. Really did.
Yay!
Yeah, no, loved the atmosphere for this one.
Mhm.
Felt very apocalyptic. The action was pretty good too. Liked it quite a bit. It's weird reading Muto Prime matches that have like Muto Prime's roar harming monsters this severely, but I now know that like, no, it was just because it specifically resonated with Godzilla's spines that made them shatter.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's like, it's not actually... I know, but I think it's still cool. Like, it's what you see visually, and I just kind of operated with that. Because this, I think
I'm just saying, like, the assumption that we all had was just, like, it was that strong.
Yeah. So, but I think it's still...
I don't know, you can still freaking argue that Muto Prime does that. Monsterverse doesn't have a series Bible.
Right.
Chaos there.
Right. Yeah, no, it's totally chaos.
Ghidorah just had two heads.
Yep, for some reason.
We're separate.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, no, loved the dark, dreary atmosphere of this match, which was helped by the banner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the usage of the names, the original names, was really good. Helped solidify like the legendary status of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a battle of gods, not of just two giant monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always down for a match with a very gothic, dark atmosphere to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta really say.
Sweet. I'll go back around to giving trivia, but I can't
believe Gamera died.
That made me laugh so hard I coughed. Yeah, I'll use my turn to read off comments regarding the match. I'll try to get around to the other ones. Commander Phoenix says this was a great match to start off the year with. The atmosphere was top notch. Thank you, man. Nathaniel says Irish versus Optimus. Muto Prime was a good one. Kill was nice and had a bit of a downer ending when you think about it. Godzilla fan 8889 says I liked it. Their abilities were used well and the ending was certainly unexpected. JW says I'm not much of a fan of the Irish character, but I can't deny it was used in a pretty nice way in the story. Good descriptive language and intense action. Thank you, man. Then Nathaniel just suggests, like, in an alternate name of the match, Muto Prime failed. Wait. In an alternate name for the match, what? Muto Prime fails to impregnate someone again because they ain't radioactive, which I think we kind of alluded that with, like, the Bagora one, where it's like, That's
what he's saying. He's saying it's another match where Muto Prime goes to do it, but then realizes they aren't radioactive.
Oh, yeah. Right. Because, that's just part of the canon of the character. It's like, if it's radioactive, it's gonna go for it, and, yeah. So, Commander Phoenix is concerned that it's like, Anguirus is still a one-match wonder. I think it's alright to say that Anguirus will be having, he'll be making a comeback pretty soon. You'll be seeing him in time.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
So, yeah.
The only one-match wonders are Rian and Griffin.
Yeah, so far.
Our mans needs new matches.
Yeah. Alright, come on, someone write Rion versus Griffin. Here we go. And then 89 says, "Oh, my back!"
That would mean that Griffin gets a match.
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
No, I'm just saying that's never going to happen. The man's is more dead than his script.
Damn. Oh, lordy. Oh, Strip Matters in the comments. He just finished breakfast. Hey, man. Yeah, no, we just went over your match, 357. Great ender, great capper for 2021, man. And then we were just talking about 358 right on over here. So, like, if it helps, you could probably just re-listen to what we said about your match in post, like, once it's, like, once the stream's done and all that. So... Perfect. I'll get right on that after I finish the 8 other matches I'm trying to write. That feeling is way too real.
Bro, that is a mood.
That is such a mood. But yeah, no. After Nagoto, what'd you think of the match?
The match was short and fun. I like the use of the not using the monsters' names instead of going with their titles, like Earthquake Beetle, Jinshin Mushi, Ruseicho, those types of things. We don't really get that often in matches where it's just referred to by their titles but not their names.
Or just using their alternate names as primary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because for most monsters, their names are more modern interpretations of the monster's name. Whereas in the past, they wouldn't really be called that. They'd be called something else, like Dagon or something.
Yeah.
As for the banner itself, it looks nice, like the rain effect. The buildings have an outline on them.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, the outline is just the rain, you know.
Yeah.
It was totally that. Absolutely.
It's just light from the lightning reflecting.
Yeah. There you go.
I feel like with the rain and everything, you could have blurred the monsters a bit to like fit with the whole stormy, rainy atmosphere.
Yeah, I know. Again, I wasn't the one that made this.
Otherwise, it looks good.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't the one that made this banner. It was a Soul Godzilla that did. I could see that. You know, I could see where that could have been touched up more.
Water.
This is the KUCC where everyone dies.
Don't you know?
Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise.
Ditto's coughing like hell. Nagoda needs water. I just woke up, so I'm not alive yet.
That's the reason I've been muting for a while.
GBR lives in Florida.
Screw you, Tim.
That just means he's gonna get attacked by Godzilla.
He's gonna get attacked by a gator just by going outside and going. You know, I really do not like gators.
He's gonna go outside and see the gator and wrestle it to death.
Javier's gonna drown in his own swamp.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm sorry. Because Commander Phoenix says the first KUCC filmed from the hospital.
Why are y'all dying? What's up?
Oh lordy, I'm sorry.
We send you to the hospital.
And you go to the hospital. And you go to the hospital.
Sleeping Angel, we're all gonna die now. But yeah, don't go to really, really big gatherings of people. You will get sick.
Yeah.
That's how I got sick.
So who's next?
Alright, yeah, no, after Nagoda is Joe. Joe, did you read the match by chance and at all, or?
Okay, what the fuck did you just say, Ditto?
Nothing, I just said, oh boy.
I think the banner is awesome.
Hey!
I love the rain and the figures. They look really cool.
The figures, the lads.
The boys.
It's a pretty short match, so you could probably just read it in like one sitting while everyone else talks about it, but...
I probably should have.
Rip.
I didn't read the match though. I'm punting Ditto to the moon.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh lordy. But yeah. Birdman, you're here. I guess first you give your thoughts on 358, and then like you could go back real quickly and talk about 357.
358. Yes, I was quite fond of the your choice to use alternate names rather than modern names. That felt like give it a more. It felt like I more of us reading like a legend more than a story. Like it was something inspired by myth. I feel that's what I was going for. The twist, I was not going for Iris as. I mean, I always thought by the twist of the fireballs from Iris, but in the twist of Iris winning, who I had not expecting at all. I was obviously expecting Prime to win this, but I think you pulled it off in a way that, okay, maybe I'm not quite sure that I believe the turn of events went out, but it was still well written regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then 357. 357. It's very hard to put my words to that, but I definitely really enjoyed it. Perhaps, like, there are maybe some bits maybe that's just me being anal as an Ultraman fan, but it was honestly really good match. And I probably, oh god, it's either my first or my second favorite match of 2021.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Hell yeah. And yeah, I know we went over this for 357, but good job with the banners, Birdman. Good job with those.
Oh yeah, yes, right.
So
I missed that after listening to it when you put it on later.
Mm.
Oh, but I can actually just rewind the stream actually.
Where you could time travel? Wait, can you do that? I don't know.
No.
Like I can't remember if I have that set because I know it's like some streams you can rewind. I'm not sure if I have that with mine.
Yes.
Okay. Time travel. Anyway.
I'm gonna go back in time and punch Brace off in the nuts.
Excuse me?
Going back in time, and we're adding Manila to the roster. Back when,
oh, yeah.
Oh, lordy. But yeah.
And then we're going to go back in time and remove Titania from the roster.
I thought you were going to go back in time and remove Zone Fighter from losing in Zone Fighter vs. Ultra 7.
No.
Oh, lordy. But yeah,
what I care about Zone Fighter losing.
Zone Fighter loses because his show is bad.
I mean Ultra 7. Ultra 7 loses.
Oh, Ultra 7 loses. You expect me to memorize every single match?
Clearly, Grayshot hasn't.
I just misspoke.
KaijuX goes, yes, don't you remember number 69 where this happened? No, I don't remember matches by numbers.
The big ones maybe, but yeah, most of them.
Yeah,
most of them it's just what the actual like monsters in it.
Yeah. No, I get you. Did you have did you have anything to elaborate on Birdman with 358 in particular? Or?
Not really.
Okay. And Ditto, what'd you think of 358?
Oh boy.
I think it was really good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I agree with what everyone was saying about using the older names to give that like mythical sense, legendary like status and whatnot. I think it was really interesting, like kind of the setting that's used here, and I think the battle's really good, very action packed, and I think it was interesting just seeing Iris take on Muto Prime. The banner's really good. I like it. You said it was made by Soul Godzilla?
Yes, Soul Godzilla made the banner, yeah.
Didn't know where he got like that, like the city, quote unquote, like that long stretch of...
Oh, that long stretch of road? I have no idea.
Yeah.
That city shrouded in shadows?
If you will.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from, so I couldn't tell you.
I agree with what Nagoya said, maybe a little blur on the monsters. But other than that, this was really good. Yeah. Good job, KaijuX.
Thank you. I'll read off the rest of the comments first before I go into the trivia stuff for 358. Joshua Stripmatter says, that's one of my favorite aspects of this match. We're seeing the battle through the perspective of ancient peoples who have little idea what these beasts truly are, and thus refer to them by the names they know them through their myths and legends. This match may be short, but I think it's incredible. Hell, I'm not a big fan of Muto Prime at all, but this match actually had me rooting for her for one simple reason. Despite how bad it would be if she succeeded in birthing her offspring, a pack of Mutos wouldn't be as apocalyptic as what ended up happening instead of this match, because as bad as Mutos can be, they're nothing more than really just big animals. They represent the malevolent side of nature, but people could still have a fighting chance of continuing to live in their shadow, unlike what happens instead. And yeah, the ending to this match was dark and gloomy as hell. The stakes came graphically true, and in a really surprising way. Instant chills, man. Man, thank you. That. Yeah, no, thank you for that. Yeah, I know. It was like, I love sort of like the darker, gloomy, more gothic stuff, and I'm glad this match seems to capture that one really well. And I'm still really happy with this, with how it turned out. But as far as like, where did it come? Oh, hang on. Right. GMK says, this match was very sussy. I loved how both monsters had their sus names, being their legendary titles and stuff. A very good match that was very sussy. Okay, I'll stop now. Oh lord, you guys are knuckleheads.
Happy birthday, we don't give you an actual opinion in your writing, we just say it's sus.
It's all pretty sus if you ask me. Oh lordy. But yeah, alternatively, like, you guys actually brought that up, the whole birthing thing. It's like, that's not wrong. I definitely still had that, like, implemented in there. An alternative, like, sure, what I'm about to say is probably a little more simpler, or like a little more, like, on simpler terms of, like, a way to view it. Like, one could view sort of like, their similarities are there, but I also wrote this in mind with sort of a contrast between them two. Like, you start off with Muto Prime, like the Destroyer, and then as like a demon, and then Iris as like an angel. But then it's sort of like, kind of like in Gamma 3, where Gamma's the demon and Iris is the angel, and then it sort of slowly switches around. I kind of did something very similar with that. And I'd say it's still here in the match, because remember, Muto Prime is still a is still a Monsterverse Titan. Their radiation is able to propagate life. So it's like, like Muto Prime may be like, a bizarre thing of nature, but it's still meant to help propagate life. Whether it's through its own reproduction or even just its existence that allows life to continue. Whereas Iris, being a spawn of Gauss, lays all that destruction, like, it's all about destroying and whatnot. And so I wanted that, like, yeah, what you guys have said too with y'all's viewpoints is actually a great way to look at it. And it's not wrong at all. I meant to leave a lot of sort of the elements of this match kind of open-ended. I'm just giving you my thoughts of what I had in mind when I was writing this. So it's like, it is interesting how people have different views, and I like that. And I prefer that, like, everyone have their own sort of, like, takeaways from how it's presented. Even when I say, oh, I wrote it like this because of this, that shouldn't invalidate your view of the match. Let that be yours. And let me hear your thoughts, because I'm interested in that. This match took place in Detroit. Alternative, like, yeah, there's that. And likewise, too, I wanted to infer by using the ancient names, I wanted to infer, like, I didn't want to directly state this is here in this place in this time period. I kind of wanted all of it to be inferred. Like the fact that the ancient names are used in this infers this is not set in some modern era where they're called Irish or Muto. It's set in the past. And I think a lot of the story elements for this one are more inferred. Like, okay, they're called Ryuseicho and Jinshibushi. So this is set before the modern world discovers them. And, Iris has the fireballs. That implies he killed a Gamera. which is, exactly kind of the implication I was going for. And then, so... Can we see Knucklehead War Chronicles? Yeah, that's not wrong. That's why I should have called this podcast Knucklehead Chronicle. Knucklehead War Chronicles? But yeah, and then one more bit is that this match was actually influenced by, match requests that we had in, back in 2020. We chose Baggett versus King Ghidorah for that one. But there was another match that piqued my interest in that lineup, which was Iris and Gauss versus Muto Prime and Muto, where the Gauss and the Mutos came in hordes. But likewise, it's like, so it's like, I was originally going to do that, but then, I was going to have the Gausses and the, Mutos, but then I was like, nah, that, I didn't think I'd be able to take on a giant match, so I simplified it down to just, Iris and Muto Prime, and just kind of, throw a brick at your AC. I turned it off a while ago, Bergman, actually. So any background noise, I have no idea where it's coming from. Oh, that might be the actual computer, actually. So, yeah, can't do anything about that. But yeah, beyond that though, it was this was a really fun sort of spur of the moment match that after going back through and revising it and cleaning it up some, thank gosh I did, because I was like, where did all these mistakes come from? And then I just cleaned it up and expanded and corrected details. So, and yeah, no, glad I did, because it's a nice I've been super looking forward to this one, just because it was like nice and gothic and just
pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe a Muto Prime and Mutos versus Iris and Gauss could work as a sequel in the future. I think there was the inference that there could have been multiple Muto Primes, but they're just really hard to come by. So, maybe at the very least a spiritual sequel. We'll see. But it's like, yeah, I know. I got a lot of other match ideas planned, but maybe I'll come back around to this. Maybe. I think one thing I actually do want to do though is kind of kick off a not necessarily like a story-based series, but more so a themed series of matches where I kind of like put monsters and call them by different names. So like say one I'm kicking around in my head right now is Legendary Godzilla versus Salunga, where it's Dagon versus Sharanga, or something to that effect. So it's doing something like that. So I do want it's not going to be a sequel per se. It's just themed around this concept. So I do hope to do more of that. And of course, whoever gets to it first, I don't care, because it'd just be great to see other people do their takes on it. But it's like, I think that is probably going to be the thing that'll spawn from this.
I will say, just cutting in, I don't think would allow that, because Dagon is his own character. He's distinct Godzilla.
He's a Godzilla though,
unless you want to write it
Yeah, but we have. But that's why we don't.
I was gonna.
Sorry. Continue.
There you go. I was gonna say that's in universe. I guess the characters are calling him that name, but then I guess the match itself could clarify this isn't actually Dagon, but the humans don't know any better because.
Right.
Something like that, you know what
I mean? I would also counter Greyshot, weren't you the one supportive of Kong being all encapsulative of the Kong family? Or something? Because he's not King Kong?
Specifically for that character, because he is Kong, and they are the Kongs. Dagon is not Dagon of the Dagons. he is a Dagon of the Godzillas. Kong is also its own separate thing, whereas Godzilla is, there are alphas specifically. There are certain alphas that we know of. There are only a few Godzillas. Kongs, from what we can tell from the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, were a species of hundreds, thousands, who knows how many exactly, but enough to build a civilization around. So I think they're definitely distinct enough where one is a character of a species and the other one is a representation of this species.
I think one good way to look at it is like how in King of the Monsters, the Orca used human signals as another alpha call because technically we're just a giant, massive hive of animals that just rule the planet.
Yeah, so, but on a note, Dagon is, he has his own character profile. He's very much his own character. I mean, you can if you want to make a point to add Dagon to the KWC, I would, you can make that drive, but I don't think, I think they're very much trying to have legendary Godzilla being all Godzillas is a bit weird. It'd be like Showa Godzilla being all Showa Godzillas.
He is.
Except, but he's not 54.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, he's not 54. Okay.
Yeah.
That still feels weird for Kong. I get what you're saying for Godzilla. That I can semi-see. But the Kongs... I don't know, I don't know, I feel like Kong should apply to a similar principle, because it's yeah, I understand Kong comes from a family of Kongs, and they're kind of identified collectively as Kongs, but I don't know. I just feel like Kong, even though the family's called Kong, there's an individual named Kong. And it's just, I don't know.
There's one king for their species.
Yeah.
That's their alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we don't even know how their species work. It could have been a democracy of apes.
Right.
Who knows? No monarchy
only
here.
The skullcrawlers didn't annihilate them.
Right.
Skullcrawlers just hit the stragglers too. I mean, but no. Jokes aside.
Jokes aside.
It's definitely a discussion for another time. But the Kongs were more of a exception than a definitive rule on that subject. Because if you have that for that, a character represents an entire species, then that opens that gets Kong aside, that gets a bit crazy.
I could semi-see that. I mean, most of the characters do tend to be more of individuals that we have at the KWC. It's not like we'll have but I'm semi-seeing where you're coming from, at least. So it's a part of me, I don't fully agree, but I understand it. That's the way I look at it.
Well, with that discussion, let's move over to 359, Bagan vs. Megagears, the newest entry of the KWC that actually hit today.
Hooray! Alyssa! Hey! How's it going?
Okay.
Let's see. Let me read a couple of the other... Birdman wants to throw a brick at the AC, which, again, I don't think that's the AC. I think that's my actual computer, because I have both. I now have the AC off and the heater off, so...
Run a brick at their PC, then!
No! It costs $2,000! Anyway. Strip Matter says, perhaps Godzilla could be referred to as Goshira, because the natives are mistaken for Ultima. I mean, I'd rather keep that more applied to Ultima, personally, but, it's an idea. Skullcrawlers wiped out the Kongs because King Ghidorah is the Senate. And JW says, it would be nice maybe seeing something else from the Marvel or Dark Horse universe, the Altering Trilogy, Red Ronin, or any of the Mega Beasts or Yetrigar would be nice. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be expanding too much with the Marvel or Dark Horse stuff. Gray Shadow. We fear the mouse, I guess is one way to put it. Even though I don't think they would actually do anything, if you ask me, but I'm just playing Messenger.
We got Rion.
But and plus they'd be too expensive because we have to get models for all of them.
Yeah, and we have to get models. And B, I mean, we all can see how many matches we're getting in Rion right now. Like, I don't think we could handle Red Ronin or the other.
Right.
You know,
I'm content with keeping I think it'd be nice to kind of like keep. I understand wanting to rope in a couple of others. I do get that, but I am more than content, especially for like the comic stuff, like keeping Bagora to, like, you know, as the Dark Horse sort of flagship, or Rion as the Marvel flagship. I think those are perfect compromises of getting the characters in here while also like making sure those faces are recognized, because it's like, hey, they are there, they are part of Godzilla's large and expansive history. Why not have them there? Or at least, like, you know. So that is the way I feel about it. Poking a sleeping mouse is a dangerous thing.
says the one not poking the mouse.
Anyway. But yeah, great. So yeah, unfortunately, no to those other fellas, but you know, I think we're like, this is a case of please use what we have. Like, we are still looking at monsters to expand the roster with. We got plenty in mind, and I think you guys are going to be really happy with those when they come along. But for now, like, for anyone that's not part of the staff circle, please use what we have currently. That's like all that I am asking for. That's just like, because it's like we do empathize and understand people wanting to get their favorite kinds of monsters, and there are plenty of people that have different views of like what they like. Some people prefer much more old school obscure monsters, people prefer newer stuff, and you know, I don't think those should be denied. But it's like there's also, we have a very large roster at this point, and that roster is going to get bigger whether you like it or not. So I think it would be best to sort of like, we are trying to hunker down and trying to keep it to the ones that legitimately present something different, or at the very, very, very least, people have them, like, when you vote for the polls, it's like, yeah, we use the polls to engage audiences. Not that it guarantees their inclusion, but we look at that and say, okay, people, like, you know, do we consider this, and this because of that? Because like some of these monsters got it even though they weren't highly voted at all. But you know, so it's a mixed mash of things. There's a lot of thought that goes into it.
Democracy is flexible.
Yeah, democracy is flexible. Quote 1984. Oh, buddy.
Well, I guess with that, Bacon, do you want to start with 359?
Right. Hang on a second. Let me switch.
Dude,
oh, wait.
I literally woke up
Yeah.
and saw billion notifications and joined this. I have not read it.
Duly noted.
I've been awake for literally an hour.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, we're gonna switch over. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, with all that said, we're gonna switch over to switch over to the next KWC, the last KWC, which came out today, yay, which is match 359, Baggin versus Megaguirus. I would not be surprised if not everyone read this, and not only was able to read it with the like kind of with the hindsight of only with the hindsight of having to look through it. So it's like, and thank gosh I did, because I could actually talk about it. But yeah, but that aside, we'll do but yeah, freaking but yeah, anyway, yeah, no, going for the top, Bacon. Okay, yeah, you did read this one. Ganyu, okay, we know what to do. Ganyu, type your thoughts out. Don't be sussy about it, please.
Don't be very sussy about it.
And then Ganyu's like, that's very sus, KaijuX.
Yes, it really is.
And-
Also, the banner looks cool. That's all I really have to say. I woke up and I looked at my phone and there's 30 notifications from this server alone. I was like, oh god. So I went on my phone, saw everyone was here. I was like, oh, okay, I might as well join. And that's why I'm so fucking tired.
Rip. Grayshaw, what'd you think of 359?
I think I'll be one of the few that have actually read it, but from Landon, it was really good. Again, a different setting with actually the Chinese dragon being in China, but yeah, well, okay, quotations. I'm realizing now. Regardless, it was a awesome awakening. I honestly did not expect Mega Gears to last it through. But the action was solid, and the final climactic battle of the plasma sphere colliding with the plasma beam, and Bagan just being drained completely of energy, and just his greatest strength being used against him with how destructive and powerful his own energy is, I thought was good. When Mega Gears when Mega Gears did the thing, I was very excited about it. So overall, good work, and the banner was fun. On a little bit of a backstory, I kind of realized through 2021 that, and a little bit in 2020, that my input for the KWC has actually kind of been declining. So expect more input from me in 2022, maybe with matches, but definitely with banners.
Sweet. Yeah, no, like you've sampled us some of your stuff that you've been doing. It's interesting because something. I mean, I'll go over it when it's my turn, but yeah, no, it's been an interesting experience. That's all I have to say.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. But yeah, good job, Landon, good job, Ditto.
Nice.
GVR, any thoughts?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this match. Banner's pretty good. So is the action of the match. I enjoyed the fun stuff down with Mega Gears and Mega Nula here. That's about it. There's not a whole lot to really dissect with this match.
Wow.
Wow. Oh wait, GBR, are you done?
Yes, I'm done. I'm muted because I'm eating.
Oh man,
I'm attempting to eat Taco Bell.
He has returned to munch.
Alex's favorite.
Okay. Oh lordy. Okay. All right. I was just reading through the comments real quick just to make sure they're I saw one from yeah, no, like more concerning with this match in particular. That was I see Nathaniel say, love this match, and I love how Mega Gears is charging a Hadoken, and how the after images love the outcome. And then yeah, cue Mega Gears' theme.
Yeah, the only thing I wish I could have changed in regards to the banner was to add more snow, since major point of the match, but
it's there in the background. It's fine.
Yeah, it was the mountain range. Like, I wanted to emphasize the mountain ranges, and sadly, the snow. There wasn't any good snow shots of in the valleys as well.
Right. Well, that's
what I wanted.
That's when you make your own, and then you duplicate a layer on top, make it white, and then you just erase portions of it to make it look like snow.
Yeah, I don't see. I'm using PowerPoint, so.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Commander Phoenix says maybe it was just me, but I couldn't get into this match. The banner is amazing, though. No, I mean, teach their own. I will say, for having read this match, this one's really good. I actually really like the way, it was Mega Gears. I had watched the movie Godzilla vs. Mega Gears very recently for its, albeit belated on my part, but for its, anniversary, because I partially felt like it, and I hadn't seen the movie in forever. And while it's not the best entry in the franchise, I'm surprised how many sleep on how, she's strong. Like, Megaguirus actually has a good bit of physical strength, like, to her disposal. Like, she's literally shoving around Godzilla and hitting him, like, pretty hard. I think just people sleep on...
She throws him into a building.
Right. She throws him into the building. She's, like, able to push him around.
Big bug weak.
Right.
That's how it is, right?
I mean, there's that, and then combined with, I think the reason people sleep on it is because, like, when she hits Godzilla, there's no crazy Heisei sparks like with Heisei Rodan. It's just thunk, thunk, thunk. And without sort of like those extra sparks, you don't really get a sense of, oh, he's being hurt. When in reality, she is actually pretty potent with her physical strength.
Plus it is Godzilla, so...
Right. So it's like, yeah, no, she, like... the point is, Megaguirus is strong. Maybe not like she is strong enough to contend with a lot more monsters than you think. She is not frail. And then you must be wondering then, it's like, how do her claws come off? It's like, that was Godzilla's spines. That's clearly much harder material than his, like, scales. Because it's like she was able to sink her stinger into his his belly with, like, no issue. So it's like, yeah, no, I think Godzilla's scales are just made of different, or his spines are just made of different stuff, which would make sense. But yeah, no.
You also can't forget this is the Godzilla that survived being almost hit by a black hole.
Yeah. Twice. Before being close.
Second time it did hit him.
Yeah. Before
the black hole that's not a black hole.
The black hole that's not a black hole, correct. Befriggin'.
The black hole that's not a black hole, but more of a dying star.
If even that. It's treated more like a bomb.
Or like a wormhole?
Yeah, it acts like a wormhole. Yeah. It's not. It does not act like a black hole or anything relating to stars.
Right.
It's after all my research of whatever plasma energy is, which is apparently fusion, nuclear fusion power. It's basically just they're making and killing a star and shooting it.
Worm bomb? Anyway.
How they miniaturize that with a guy who makes little tiny robots, I don't know.
Because the man could just shrink
a dying star.
Don't you know, the sequel to Megaguirus would have had Jet Jaguar. Anyway, but yeah, but going back to the match itself, it was like, you read the title and it's like, what a weird matchup. Like, Bagon's gonna get this in the bag. Or even if you do predict, oh, Megaguirus is gonna win, the important part is the way it's handled. And I think this one actually handles it really well. Because a good portion of that is, this is now taking the case of Megaguirus' energy ability and reaching to its logical conclusion. Like, oh, Megaguirus is the way she is in the movie because she took Godzilla's energy. What if you did that with a powerful monster like Bagon? And the results ultimately kind of speak for themselves, and they're not, like, yeah, Bagon isn't treated as extremely overpowered, but he still felt strong, but Megaguirus was able to dish out some nasty hits in a couple of surprising areas that I think work, like, really well. Yeah. So it's like, this match really took advantage of Megaguirus' energy absorption ability, and using that to turn it around against Bagon is actually an incredibly smart way to, like, go about that. Like, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Wonderful idea, and I think it's handled, like, I think it's handled really well. So I have no qualms with how she gets the victory. It didn't feel like a one-sided beatdown. It felt like it felt earned for her victory. And she doesn't even kill Bagon.
She went for a smart move instead of just pure
right. It's
brute
not
strength.
Right. It's not dumb brute strength. So haha, Bagon loses because I hate him. None of that petty crap. This is very smartly handled with how this victory is done. So, and you would have to read the match for yourself with how it does that, because it was like, yeah, no, that was legit good. That was legit smart. I love that. So it's like, yeah, creative ways of taking down Baggin, I am all for. I am, yeah. It's not a matter of winning or losing, it's about being creative with it. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, and the banner, yeah, I wanted to say, this banner looks great. Like, I love the after images of Megaguirus, and I only just now noticed Megaguirus holding the energy ball for some reason. It's like, why did I not see that sooner? It's right there. It just, like, all of it looks really nice. And yeah, no, it blends really nice too, because Greyshot's been doing like this filter style, like kind of applying a consistent filter style to make it look good. And out of the ones, like, compared to the one he sampled, compared to like more recent ones like this, I think this easily looks like one of your better, I'll say one of your better ones, without a shadow of a doubt, like, because everything feels like it has a nice consistency to it. And I think this one, for this one in particular, complements the image really nicely. So, yeah, no, yeah, no, super on point, and just wonderfully handled with like the energy effects and the after images and whatnot. Great job, man. Great job.
No, thank you.
So yeah, no, that's yeah, no, love the way the banner looks. It's nice and eye catching, and just it conveys everything that's needed while also, yeah. No, and yeah, ditto, you did a great job with the actual match too. I love the way it came out, and I'm sure Nagoda will be happy that his favorite monster finally got another win.
Yeah.
So.
Whose turn is it?
Nagoda, or well, yeah, Nagoda, that's right, because Ditto wrote the match, so he's just conveniently at the end for us.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Alright, so I like the banner, like the after images, who made this banner?
Tyler, great shot.
Oh, great shot. Yeah, I like how he made everything look like, have that painted filter over it, so it looks like a painting sort of deal. The whole energy ball thing is nice too. As for the match itself, yes, Megaguirus, finally, another match, and she wins.
Hooray!
I like how she took down Baggin. Like, it was like you were saying, it wasn't just brute strength. She was actually playing it smart to defeat a stronger opponent, and that is good, because people always use Megaguirus like she's just fast and dies really fast, because you know, glass cannons can't really do anything. But the thing is, and with every Godzilla movie, you're fighting Godzilla. You aren't gonna win that fight anyways, because your name isn't more important than Godzilla's is.
Right.
But she did it. She fought him good. If it was any other monster other than Godzilla, she would have killed them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Megaguirus is actually surprisingly potent when you pair her up with other monsters. Especially, I feel like Showa monsters get mostly screwed over by this, personally. Like, some of them could stand maybe a decent chance, but it's like, she's gonna take them down.
Against any of the Showa monsters, she'd probably come out on top. Maybe not Anguirus because of his whole shell thing, but she picks him up and just drops him like King Ghidorah does.
I feel like Hedorah would be Hedorah in general, I think, is like top tier.
Yeah, Hedorah's the counter for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Literally, like anything that's like, yeah, no, if you want a Showa monster that can wreck houses, it's probably going to be Hedorah, more than likely.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, I am really happy there's finally another Megaguirus match.
Mm-hmm. Yep, another Megaguirus match where, yeah, just another Megaguirus match in general too. She had been seen since 282, which was like near the start of last year. So, or no, 2020. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. I have ideas now how to write more Megaguirus matches.
Hooray!
Nice.
So.
Also, the neck stabbing, that was That was great.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, sorry, I had to cough.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think that's it for me. Just really good, really fun match. Short, nice. Has Mega Garrus, so that's an instant A for me.
Thanks.
Gosh, when are we gonna get Mega Garrus versus Rodan? When's that happening?
Maybe someday.
We had it. It was 275.
Oh yeah, I mean that was like part of a match though, not like a full.
I mean, Mega Garrus owned every opponent she fought in that match up until
King Ghidorah.
Rodan, who is not faster than her, but used used her own power against her. Actually, used Leo's power that Mega Garrus gained against her. Like a double reversal. It was the ultimate Uno reversal card. But yeah, I would say that one is the last one where if you want a match where like Mega Garrus just stomps. That one or another one that kind of does that as well would be the Mothra Leo versus Mecha King Ghidorah versus Mega Garrus match that I made a while back as well. Because Mega Garrus literally goes through time and stabs Leo.
Yeah.
So
right. So it's like, yeah, no. I mean, Mega Garrus was bossing in your lineup of matches, so. But yeah, no, I'm glad I rewatched the movie, had a different perspective, and one that actually makes sense, like, especially with this particular match. So it's like, oh, okay, sweet. And even just, again, the way it's handled, just a lot of it makes sense, so. Anyway, Joe?
Slim Jim. Joe can be like, I didn't read it.
Oh no, he's muted. Oh, well, until he comes back, Birdman, what'd you think of Baggett versus Mega Garrus? Did you have the time to read it, or?
I kind of read it when I had to first edit this. I'm basically going to say this. It's probably not one of Joe's strongest matches. There's probably a lot more you could have done with setting it up, how it plays out. That could have made it a bit more of an interesting read, but I thought it was just quite an average, in my opinion. I am glad that we got Mega Garrus has finally got another win. I do think she deserves it. I'm being of your thoughts that she probably does get a bit of a bad rep. But it's not. And I was a bit impressed. Impressed with how you did your out. But aside from that, between the grammar and mostly the grammar and what's the word I'm looking for?
Punctuation.
Grammar and punctuation. I think that's what let the match down.
No.
What is it? It's another symbol. I mean, blue right. I don't know the correct fully term. It's detail. Yeah, grammar and lack of detail. That was lay it down.
Okay.
In my opinion. I mean, everyone else has their own opinion.
Yep. Nope, that's totally fair, man. That's totally fair. All right. And yeah, I think we are. Let me look through this again. Remember, kids, Godzilla looked at a black hole and said, "Your mom," and the black hole died.
That sounds like a funny man who said that.
Yeah, no, pretty. Yeah, but anyway, But yeah, Ditto, you are the man of the hour now.
Yeah.
Joe is still muted, so I am going to give you that.
I already know what he's gonna say.
Rip.
All right. Yeah, man, this is an older match. I believe I submitted it either like in 2017 or 2018.
I think it was 2018.
That
I think.
back when the old verifiers, like, what was it, Bulldog something or other?
Oh gosh, no, that had to have been. Yeah, Bulldog in them. That had to have been. Oh my
I
gosh.
think that was pretty much when they were like out the door. So
Probably near the end of that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess my submission got accepted, even though I never heard back. Which I know the thing said, like, oh, if you don't hear back, don't worry about it.
Right. That was always my philosophy, and I could see the fault of it now, looking at it again. So
Yeah, nowadays we are sending emails back to let people know if it has been accepted or not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I think I sent two, and they're pretty much out the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was an older match, and I probably would have been a lot worse if I believe Greyshot said the new Hamster edited this one.
Like
Yes,
Birdman
we have
and
a new-
Hamster. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Birdman,
have a
yeah.
new editor that just that is taken over, which I don't think is something we've mentioned this entire time. But yeah, she started about a month ago. She's already knocked out a ton of matches, and this was one of them. And I gotta say, but seeing the before and after, it is, she did some awesome work. So glad that she got it to a point where you're now not looking back like, oh god.
Yeah. So Hamster did a really great job there. Yeah, the match, as pretty much I wanted to do, like, kind of like a twist ending, I guess, like you would expect Baggin to win, but I didn't want him to be like curb stomped or whatever,
Yeah.
or treated poorly, like, he died because he's dumb, like in Baggin versus Mandai drowns because he's dumb, or Shin Godzilla versus Maguma, where Shin Godzilla dies because he sucks.
Right.
This one I wanted, obviously, both monsters to get good licks in on each other.
Yeah.
And I have a reason for it, which is the Mega Noodlon absorbing his power, and thus giving it to Mega Gears, which, like, puts her more or less on his level.
Yeah. Which is such a fun way to go about that.
Wait. I really don't remember too much of this, like, because it was so long ago. But yeah, like the Tai and Shan Mountains, I don't remember if that was like in the original or if that was like put in just so that way the locations have names. I genuinely don't remember.
I think that I remember that being there already when I had. I remember that being there already when I had re-looked it over for Birdman and whatnot. So it's like I think that was
Okay. So now here comes the fun part.
Oh
You
boy.
want to know where I got the inspiration for this match?
Where?
It was, oh man. So way back in like 2017, I was playing some good old Godzilla Daikaiju Battle Royale, as you do.
Nice.
And I, for some reason, just set my own little challenge. Like, let's see if I can beat Baggin on the hardest difficulty with just any monster, and all of them failed except Mega Gears.
Oh, nice.
Because you could just like fly to the top of the screen and stab him repeatedly, and he couldn't do anything. So I was like, I guess one thing led to another, and I was like, yeah, I can turn this into something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's where the whole like, oh, he's super strong, but what's the point if he can't touch the opponent?
Yeah.
Because she's so fast.
Yep.
And hitting with like the same power as him.
Yeah, due to the enhancements of Baggin's energy. Yeah, no, that's a really good way to go about it, man.
Yeah. I guess another thing is, this was made back when we only could use the bone white Baggin.
Yeah.
But I think in this match, he's described as maroon, like the Super Godzilla version.
Right. Well, I think maroon, like, there's still like the dark skin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's funny because the banner looks like a mix between the two.
Right. Funny
Like,
enough.
he's not pure brown, but he's not pure white either. So I was like, yeah, that's funny. But yeah, the banner looks really good. I like the after images, the ball of energy, and maybe his hand, and just so you know, like a posterize effect. I think that's what it's called.
I think
that looks really good. Yeah, this all looks time together. If I obviously change some things, I would probably make the intro a bit longer, like maybe a few paragraphs, like 1 or 2 more. Just because Bagan wakes up and then he immediately gets thrusted into the battle.
Yeah.
Which is like a thing of older KWCs.
Yeah.
You know, Monster A wakes up and then something happens and they're immediately thrust into a fight.
Yeah.
And then I guess same with the ending, because it kind of ends pretty fast. But yeah, more or less, I think the edits were a big help, and I'm glad this one isn't like, you know, cringe looking at it, despite being an older match. Yeah, I guess that's more or less it.
Okay.
KaijuX?
Alright. Yeah, what's up? Oh.
Sorry, no, I was like, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's pretty much it. Just like, yeah. Huge thanks to everyone who worked on it to make it readable.
And per Strip Matters comment on the forums, I saw an error and corrected it. Because I don't know how do we miss that? Yeah, her chicken. Anyway.
Oh yeah, foul.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah, did we have anything? I mean, I guess that's kind of it in terms of KWCs. Like, that's kind of like all the KWCs that we have for today. We do, however, have a KWCE, which... Oh, good, there's GBR. I missed him there for a second.
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
GBR.
Alright, but yeah, I think, friggin'... Yeah, I think we could probably transition over from KWC to the last thing for the session, and that is the KWC, KWCE. So, should we go along with that?
Yes.
Okay. Joe has... Oh, Joe! Joe!
No.
Okay. Alright. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna let GVR take over as host now for like 5 seconds as we all say no. So.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So KWCE recently ended its first year under the new leadership.
Hooray!
And we've already uploaded the first match of the new year, which is King Ghidorah Legendary versus Alduin from Skyrim.
Hell yeah.
Written by Shingo014, also known as Joshua Stripmatter. Yeah. I guess I'll go first. Well, unless Grey Shot, you read this match, which I doubt you did.
I did not.
Rip.
Damn. Yeah, no, I'll go first. I really enjoyed this match. It was originally going to be the last match of last year, but we ended up deciding away from that because of the chance to sync up with the Ultra Month that the main KWC was doing.
Yeah. So we ultimately had a match where a small boy fights a monster who hates the Japanese.
Yes. Yeah, no, we're starting out this year big.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
With a very epic scale match that delivers greatly on the premise of, 2 apocalyptic beasts, 2 apocalyptic dragons duking it out. It uses King Ghidorah very well. I enjoyed the characterization given to him. And it also uses Alduin very well. Much better than the game does. Because the game just makes Alduin a regular dragon with a different texture and more health. But this match actually uses, the more interesting aspects of Alduin and the lore.
Yeah.
With advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, no, especially love the usage of Whirlwind Sprint that he does. Thought that was, because he should largely be able to do that. Well, because in Skyrim, the dragons just use fire breath and ice breath. Some of them, do the unrelenting force. And Alduin has a special move that just spawns meteors that will never hit you unless you actively throw your face into them. But the dragon should largely be able to do like any shout in the game, except for a few, because it's like the dragon shouts are just their language. It's just them speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the usage of the Elder Scrolls lore is done very well. Same with Ghidorah's integration into it. The action is excellent. Very tense fight. That's all I really have to say. Would definitely recommend checking it out.
Sweet.
I did also make a banner for it. Let me pull that up real quick.
I already have it up on the screen.
Okay. Okay. KaijuX, I'm gonna rely on you to like read off anything that the YouTube chat is saying.
Yep. For that matter, you want me to take that over right now, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Commander Phoenix says, Strip Matter says, watch the skies, travelers. And then Commander Phoenix says, new KBCE was amazing, easily the best one of the year, Lamau. One of the best matches in the whole of the KBCE so far. So that's currently what I have. And I'll read over more. Probably at the once everyone else gets through. Once we cycle through everyone.
Bacon, did you read the KBCE?
I was too busy with work.
Damn.
Rip.
Nagoda, I know you read it.
Yeah, I read it.
Thank gosh.
It was nice, short, good fight. I like all the uses of the different dragon shouts, except for that one, the first one where they apparently use the unrelenting force to clear storm instead of just saying clear the storm.
Yeah.
Shout, because there is a clear weather shout in the game, so that was just funny to see that. Like they have this thing and they don't use it; they decide to use the other one. Plus, I like how they keep trying to talk to King Ghidorah, because he's also a big dragon like them. But he's also not part of their ecosystem. He's from space. So he doesn't understand whatever they're saying. He just wants to take over. But yeah, this was short and fun.
Short, 11,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Nagoda had so much fun, he didn't realize it.
I didn't. Wait, is it really that long?
Yeah, 11,000 words.
Oh, it's not short and fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Bruh, who are you, Alex? Yeah, 11,000 words. That was so short.
Strip Matter says, I should have had...
Be the size of a novel.
GVR, have you not seen Match 300?
It's fair.
Strip Matter says, I should have had Alduin take an arrow to the knee. Actually, I did want to comment on something, because the unfortunate part is I wasn't able to, read through all of it when I originally got it. However, I will give my impressions as much when I did start reading it. And I was like, sure, I'm not at all familiar with Skyrim, because that was not territory I was, too familiar with. But I found, the way he sets it up, I only got so early into it, but I did like the way it's set up, and I like sort of just sort of some of the setting up elements and just the way he describes it and goes into it, I thought was really interesting. It's a darn shame, because I would have loved to have read the actual fight when it got there, so I didn't get too far. But it's initial impressions were strongly positive when I started reading, especially that Nordic verse at the way beginning. I was like, that's wonderful. I love that. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So so it's even though I wasn't able to read it through now or when I first got it, it's rest assured I really liked what I saw, and I'm glad that it's finally on the KBCE proper. So that's unfortunately all I have to say. And banner is pretty dope, though. I like your banner, GVR.
Thank you.
Lightning bolts.
Look forward to what KBCE has for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Lightning bolts are a little on the dark side, but you know what? It's fine.
Well, okay, I I don't remember if that was the updated version I did or not.
Right. You'll have to look at the stream for that one. Anyway. Ah, no kidding. Strip Matter says, I added that Nord verse to make it feel like you're loading a screen in Skyrim.
That makes
nice.
sense.
Yeah, no, keeping the game, like, putting in the game elements. Awesome. I love that.
It'd be a real bruh moment if you just encountered King Ghidorah in the middle of playing Skyrim.
Yeah, you're just wandering through, you're starting the game, you kill your first dragon, and then you turn around and the keep is being destroyed by a three-headed devil from space.
Yeah. And then Strip Matter also says, you created an awesome banner.
Thank you. Joe, did you read the match?
Joe?
You're not muted. I know you're there.
Joe is dead.
Smell you.
He's waiting for his right time to call you stinky and then leave.
Do.
Birdman, did you read the match?
Yes.
Okay, what did you think?
I honestly can't think of anything to complain about when I read one of Just Wiz matches. Honestly, he's a really good writer. Aiden's going a bit long, but I think he does do an excellent thing with all characters he uses. Like Aldrin's well done, Joe's well done, the the dragon's names like I can't remember. They're well done. It's an interesting setup. A case of mistaken identity. Because like honestly, would you call anything else Ghidorah? You don't. My words are failing me.
Call him a dragon?
Yeah, he's dragon. You don't think. Well, he's a dragon. He's not like an overcarried dragon, is there?
Yeah,
I will bring up one thing I do think is a bit odd is the idea of Ghidorah actually managing to like permanently kill Alduin, because I think the whole thing was he can't be killed by normal means.
Yeah. Well, he just seemed to just scatter him and send him to a different place. Like Alduin will just come back.
Ah, yeah, that's better. That makes more sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I felt that same way when I read the match. But yeah, he didn't permanently kill Alduin. He pretty much just destroyed the physical body, and what is still Alduin will come back eventually. Yeah, just sort of. Yeah, to me that also speaks to the implication of Alduin is invincible in Skyrim / Elder Scrolls, to the stuff that Elder Scrolls can do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he would be invincible if he went up against something with the raw power of King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
GDR is more based than Death Battle. Confirmed.
This isn't Ganondorf versus Bowser, where he's outstatted by 1,000,000 times, but it's but he can only be killed by holy weapons, though, so he wins.
Right.
Is that all you had to say?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Ditto, did you read this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I liked it. It was, for me, it was a moderate read. It's 11,000 words. But, I like that the world of Skyrim was incorporated into this. It was pretty cool. I mean, I had to look up a few things, but other than that, it's yeah, okay. We're getting the perspective and the world building here. And I think I really liked King Ghidorah's entrance and how the dragons try to communicate with him, but fail, obviously. And then I think a lot of the fight was really good. It was cool seeing the what are the spells or whatever the dragons do.
Yeah, the dragon shouts.
The dragon or the meteor storm, or him becoming a ghost for a bit.
Oh yeah,
which was pretty cool. All that stuff was good. And then, yeah, I think throughout the match there was a lot of great dialogue with Alduin. And then I thought the ending was pretty neat, a little humorous. When whatever that thing was saw King Ghidorah.
Did her make more?
Yeah. But yeah, overall, it was a really good fight, like with the dragons, and then taking on King Ghidorah. I guess the one thing that I found not really a nitpick was like the dragons speak twice. Like I get they have their own dragon tongue, but then they say the same thing in English, which I'm guessing is just for the reader to know what they're saying. So I'm assuming they don't talk like that in.
They do it in the games as well. They do this thing where they say it in dragon tongue, then say it afterwards in English.
Ah, okay.
They do it. It is a thing in the games as well.
Oh, okay. Well then, but yeah, it was a pretty good match. I liked it. Really good start to 2022.
Yes.
2022 more like.
I did say 2022.
No, I said 2022.
Oh.
There's a difference?
No.
Yeah, real good match. The banner's pretty cool.
I am reading it right now, and I tend to agree.
Good news, everyone. This is the best match of 2022. Give it up to Joshua Strip Matter.
Oh yeah, speaking of the best match of a year, 2021 awards are still going on until the 31st.
Yes, you are right. So if you have
I think everyone who's voted in them has already voted.
I am still reading through one more before I cast my vote. I know you have your doubts, GVR, but I will have it posted before the 30th. There was at least one match I wanted to get to, or that I was in the middle of, then stopped. I plan to finish it and then vote, at least.
Okay, which match is that?
Pacific Rim versus G54.
Okay.
So
Poggers.
yeah, no, that one is shaping up to be real poggers. So it's like, I'm at the part.
That one is the one.
Those two for using the poggers word.
No. Okay. Oh
No
Lord.
one asked
You don't use that word here.
Yeah.
Dig
What
blast.
I will say about the K2CE awards that I can tell they're going to be very close.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably going to be the case. Oh boy.
Because I'm seeing the matches that I'm seeing pop up a lot are Godzilla vs Primal Rage, 54 versus Pacific Rim, and Red Man versus Tyrant. I keep seeing those pop up as everyone's favorites.
Yeah. I can see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this will definitely be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me read off the comments on. Oh wait, Ditto gave his thoughts, right? Yeah.
Yes, I did. I just did.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Nathaniel says, love the ending of this match. And then Strip Matter continues with, one thing's for certain, both dragons ended up in a different planes of oblivion, and both planes, the Soul Karen and Apocrypha, are well and truly screwed. Also, fun fact.
Yep.
I had to spend 75% of the time looking up the words on a dragon language translator website. Which I think that makes sense, given skipping through now, I see a lot of sort of the dragon speak.
Yes.
Ooh boy, I was like, yeah, no, that must have taken a while. Jeez Louise. So it's cool though. That is cool. But yeah. And I think that I guess does anyone else have anything to elaborate on, or?
No.
One thing I will say is don't forget about the KWC Awards that are also going online.
Yes.
They are going to be ending on the 31st. There'll be a final reminder sent out on the 30th with our final match of the month. And then once the 31st ends, that'll be the last day, and votes will be counted, and your awards will be sent out probably the next day or so, but it will also be the last day you can submit anything for the feedback survey. So make sure you get your votes in.
Yes.
And also on the 30th, look out for a new match, which will be, I think, will draw quite a bit of enjoyment from everyone.
Nah, it sucks.
Dang.
Me versus everyone as the match you guys want to see most.
So, talk to you guys later.
Alright. Yeah, I know. Ditto has to go, so rip.
Alright, see ya. Hop out of class.
Yep. See ya, man. Glad you were able to join for this crazy duration.
Yeah, man, the sick reads.
The sick reads.
Shit.
Alright. But, yeah, no, with, that out of the way, or, you know, with that covered, let me, switch it back to the normal default. Boop. Yeah, no.
Ditto had to go work for Brew.
Dick blasted.
Leave.
But friggin', yeah, no. And I guess to close us off, Gray Shot, did you, like, okay, you obviously made the announcements for the poll thing. Were there any other things you want to share, or?
We'll have much more to say next month once we can announce the award winners, the feedback survey winners, and all that jazz. As of right now, I don't want to deliberate anything because I don't want to skew early voting.
That's fair.
So so if you still want to get your voice heard, please vote.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'll just ignore you, just like we do with Nagoda.
Damn.
Poor
I was gonna shoot you.
Who said that?
Birdman says, picking up his gun.
Jokes aside, no major announcements, at least for the month. Other than just go out and vote while you still can, because you don't have too much longer.
Yeah, no, so not a whole lot of time left. You got 11 days. Go, go, go.
Yeah, vote now, or Grey Sock will shoot your kneecaps.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, but alright.
I think so.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no, we don't, like. Yeah, hang on, let me read. Dick blasted. Let's see. Yeah, no, you guys are really gonna enjoy the next match that's up and coming, and then just what comes afterward. Holy, you, like, again, we don't want to say too much because we don't want to spoil anything or, you know, derail any votes or what have you, but it's like, I think you guys are gonna be pretty excited with what's to come. So
It's your mom's show up debut, obviously.
Bacon spoilers.
Spoil these. Wait, that doesn't even work.
No, it doesn't. Commander Phoenix says, can't wait for the match from for the end of the survey. Absolutely. Birdman says, don't read 360. It sucks. Birdman, spoiler alert. Birdman, spoilers.
I'm
all these
I'm
nuts.
officially going to Britain land to assassinate a man that is called Bird. And, for talking shit about a match that is poggers.
But Bacon, Britain didn't exist.
But you won't exist when I go back in time and shoot you.
Oh, freaking dumb.
Is there anything else that we wanted to bring up?
No, I don't.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, there's that. Let's finish off.
That's an important thing to bring up.
Yeah. Oh, Bacon. All right. Yeah. No. As everyone's been saying, you know, I've read all your happy birthdays as the chat's going along. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Praying. So. Yeah, no, we'll finish off this podcast with a happy birthday to me. Not absolutely because my ego demands it, not in the least.
You have an ego?
I do?
Damn.
What are you talking about? It's not like I didn't shoot myself in the foot last night.
Yeah, I'm telling that story when all that is in public. Oh my god. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have an easily amused ape. That makes me die.
I am too. That's why I always use wheeze. I'm an easily amused ape.
Where I'm gonna duck out, I have to get back to work, so you guys have a good rest of the podcast, and I will catch you all later. Happy birthday, KaijuX.
Thank you.
And yes, later, everyone.
Later.
Alright. Yeah. Man, I should be holding these at 1 a.m. more often. Great shot.
His nuts in one hand.
Great shot really went singing for KaijuX. I'm out. Oh lordy, that's funny. But yeah, I know. Birthday wishes are super appreciated, guys. Thank you for that. Wind Kaiju, great shot. And Phoenix says, I can't believe that Match 360 is Kirby's intro to the KWC. Commander Phoenix! Shh! I told you to be quiet about that. Yeah, no. Thank you for the birthday wishes. This was a really fun, really fun KWCC, and yeah, no. What a wonderful way to enjoy the party in a lot of ways. I don't have any fancy filter effects for like balloons because I'm a primitive monkey. So, but yeah. Yeah, no. I think with that said, we could probably conclude this podcast. Thank you guys very much for participating. I'm glad you all could join in. Like you guys here, the boys on the Discord, and the lads in the celebrate with a pizza and Godzilla vs. Biollante. Actually, it's going to be Chinese, but Godzilla vs. Biollante. I mean, I know I've seen that one enough times. I'll probably watch a Godzilla film, maybe, or something. Watch something. Equal squared.
Watch Stopper. My mom will shoot.
Hey, KaijuX.
Yeah.
You need to rewatch Rodan.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be a good one. Let's hope my brain's smart enough to do that, though.
You're gonna go. This thing I need to do for the collaboration with Bacon. Oh wait, that new Gundam movie that I've never watched or I found interested looks pretty nice right now.
Oh lordy. I'm sorry, GVR just DM'd me. Oh man, that was good. Anyway, yeah, no, that'll be it for this podcast. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm glad y'all could join and stay around for as long as you did. Much appreciated. It's just fun doing this. So, all right, catch you guys on the flip side. See you next month. Oh, okay. You want to do that?
No, I'm just saying. We didn't sing Happy Birthday because the Gunna can bring it up. And then Great Shot died.
Yeah.
And Joe died.
Dude, everyone's dying. Well, it's because we're all in the hospital, right?
Maybe you guys are.
Only you.
Oh. Okay. Alright, no, straight
You're
matter.
still in the dying phase, KaijuX.
Anyway, see you guys later.
Wait.